Phillies' 9-game win streak comes to a close. Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Sensitive Meetings. Here recapping this afternoon's game between the Phillies and the Arizona Diamondbacks as the Phillies lose 13-1 to the Diamondbacks. As they fail to sweep the 9-game winning streak comes to a close. It was going to end at some point, but for it to end like that, I mean, that was just bad. I guess before we get into this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. That was just a bad display of Phillies baseball. Not situational hitting, bad defense, and no fight. I mean, we showed no fight today. Looked like the old Phillies, right? We looked like the old Phillies. And honestly, during this 9-game winning streak, we still were not really getting the job done with running score position. I mean, more than usual, but I mean, we were leaving a lot of runners in score position. We still were playing, with bad defense. But definitely was just magnified today. This was magnified today. I mean, you collect 7 hits as an offense. I mean, JT Mitchell has a 3-hit day despite not being able to catch a baseball that was thrown right to him in the top of the first inning. And that really seemed to set a tone. I mean, when that happened, only 2 runs scored on that, but it just seemed like it just in the words of Jack Richmond, it was that early. We didn't even come up to even in bat yet. And you just kind of had a vibe. It just set a tone. Really rattled Ranger Suarez. We talked about it before, how he gets rattled very, very easily. Very hard time recovering from it. Boy, oh boy, did we really see that today. I mean, this bullpen was just a disaster. We're bringing Garrett Stubbs in the top of the 9th inning. He allows a solo home run, and he had the best line of any guy that came out of the bullpen. I mean, that is just sad. I mean, a position player had a better line than anybody coming out of this Phillies bullpen. I mean, come on. I mean, seriously. That is the Phillies team that we know, right? I mean, it's very, very disappointing and upsetting to watch. We got the scoring summary here in the top of the first inning. Pavin Smith, it's a ground ball right back to Ranger Suarez with the bases loaded. And JT Mitchell drops the baseball. He drops the baseball as Jordan Lopal and Josh Rojas come around to score 2-0 Arizona here in the first. Of course, that was marked down as an error on JT Mitchell, as it should have been. First of all, he dropped the ball, and he's looking like this all around. Where is it? It's right there. It is right there. He had no idea what was going on. And then you have Alec Bohm, first and second, no out. Ground ball hit right to him. He watches the lead runner run right past him. He was running right there. He was running right past him, and he throws to second. Everybody's safe. But first of all, that was the lead runner. All you had to do was just go step on third base, and you just could have gotten the 1. You could have just gotten the 1, or he should have just tagged him. He was running right past him, right in front of him, and he throws the second, and it was not in time. First of all, it was a delayed reaction. A terrible play by Alec. Terrible. This Phillies defense showed signs again of just not having their heads in the game, right? I mean, not having their heads in the game. I mean, clean up this defense. JT Mitchell not catching a baseball. I mean, as it just started with Alec Bohm not having his head in the game, right? I mean, that's just bad fundamentals. Anyway you want to look at it. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Dalton Varsho grounds out to second base as Ketel Marte comes around to score 3-0 Arizona. The Diamondbacks have a 3-run top of the first inning. They definitely got off to a hot start. Of course, they scored 13 runs in this ball game. They definitely started off strong. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Phillies get on the board as Alec Bohm singles on a line drive to center field. JT Realmuto comes around to score, and the Phillies get on the board now, 3-1 ball game. Alec Bohm, who has really been struggling, he finally gets the job done. And somebody commented, it seems like whenever he hits a home run, he kind of seems to get a slump because he wants to hit another home run. Apparently, John Kruk was the one that brought that up, and somebody commented that, and that's an excellent point. Whenever he hits a home run, he usually enters the slump after that because he wants to hit another one. It swings so hard sometimes. As you saw yesterday, his helmet falls off. We did see that yesterday. So the Phillies get on the board. Then we pick it up here in the top of the 5th inning. It was really dejecting. We got Prince Carl's the first run of the ball game. Of course, Nick Castellanos can't run score position because he wants to swing at a ball that's eye level. Get the run back. Now just down by 2, and then right back in the top of the inning. Christian Walker doubles on a sharp line drive to center field. Josh Rojas comes around to score, and the Diamondbacks now make it a 4-1 ball game. That was Walker's 10th double of the season. So there you go. Now we pick it up here in the top of the 6th inning. Josh Rojas singles on a line drive to left field the other way. Alek Thomas comes around to score, and the Diamondbacks now lead it 5-1. Now have a commanding 4-run lead, and it just wasn't really looking good from here on out. Now we pick it up here in the same inning. Christian Walker does it again as he signals on a line drive to center field to short Jonathan Lopal and Josh Rojas. And it's now 7-1 Arizona. So a 7-1, they have a 6-run lead. Really felt like a loss at that point of the ball game. Of course, Nick Nelson, who was a disaster this afternoon for the Phillies. Everybody came out his bullpen was a disaster. And of course, we call up Jose Alvarado. Oh boy, isn't that exciting? Well, he really did a lot today, didn't he? Oh my goodness gracious. Guy's a lifesaver. He's really going to be a game changer coming out of this bullpen. Then in the same inning, walk Carson Kelly, the bases loaded, and Ketel Marte comes around to score. 8-1 Arizona. I mean, these games, we throw so many pitches because we just walk so many people. Let me pick it up here in the top of the 7th inning. Ketel Marte singles on a ground ball to right field. Mero and Lopal come around to score, and the Diamondbacks get 2 more. It's now a 10-1 ball game. Of course, they were able to get Ketel Marte out at second. A nice, relay from Nick Castellanos out in right field. But, of course, did not stop the 2 runs from coming around to score. So 10-1 Arizona. I mean, you knew it was over after the, 2 runs single by Carson Kelly. That pretty much put the game away. Pick it up here in the top of the 8th inning. Alek Thomas singles on a ground ball to center field. Christian Walker and Donovan Varsho come around to score. 12-1 Arizona. So there you go again. That was off of James Norwood. I mean, everybody coming in this Phillies bullpen was a disaster today. I mean, literally everybody. This pitching staff was an absolute joke. The only guy that had a somewhat decent line was Garrett Stubbs, who was the backup catcher. 12-1. Then we pick it up here in the 7th and 9th inning. Jake McCarthy homers on a fly ball to right field. His 3rd of the season. And it's now 13-1 Arizona off of Garrett Stubbs. So 13-1 is your final score as the Diamondbacks salvage this final game against the Phillies and end the Phillies' 9-game winning streak. And the Braves, I mean, they're not stopping. They swept out the Pirates to make it 11 in a row. 11 in a row. So a bummer, an absolute bummer. So you just hate to see that. Kyle Schwarber out of the leadoff spot goes sinless, but is able to draw a walk. OPS still sits at 803. So he's still walking. Later in the ball game, Dilbert came in to take over for Kyle Schwarber and collected a knock. Reese Hoskins hitless performance this afternoon, but is able to draw 2 walks. Bryce off with a rough hitless performance this afternoon, striking out once. I mean, nobody really had a good day on this offensive side, except for JT, which had a 3-hit day today. Honestly, I'm so annoyed with him. That happened in the first inning with dropping that ball from Angel Suarez, looking like a deer in the headlights. I mean, it's pretty much been all year. This guy's had sloppy defense. That really bothered me. Castellanos, shame on you. Shame on you. If he would have come through in those situations when he had runners on, technically it wouldn't have mattered anyway. If you could take a look at the final score, but it could have changed the mentality. So, I mean, technically it could have changed the way the game went. So, you had, bases loaded, 1 out, and he's swinging at a pitch that's high level. He's hacking at it. He's trying to swing too hard. He's in 198 in his last 30 games. It's been no streak, and this guy's just been awful. And boy, he really heard the boost today, as he should have. So I'm very down on Nick Castellanos right now. He's been bad with runner scoring position all year. There's no question about that. I mean, he's still been struggling. When it really matters. So a 3 strikeouts today. I mean, he just had a really bad day. JT Mitchell, your best offensive player here today. Collecting 3 knocks, scoring the only Phillies running in the Alec Boehm RBI single to center field. And David Gregorius also collects a knock this afternoon. Drew a walk. He continues to be productive. Made a great catch out there in south center field. I mean, he was pretty much blind. He made the catch. Nice pop up. That was a nice job by Ranger Suarez. Had a runner at third, nobody out, and was able to get out of it. That was just huge. He was able to get the job done. And Alec Boehm only hit what I guess it was a big one in a sense, right? He delivered the only Phillies run out of the ball game. To score JT. Bryson Stott also collects a knock. Just sits at 193, so he's getting it up there. I talked about it a little bit last night. He's starting to play better baseball. Nick Moniak with a rough hitless performance this afternoon, striking out 3 times. I give Rob Thompson credit for continuing to play young talent out there. I really do, and I like that. And that's probably something we wouldn't be seeing with Joe Girardi, but Oh my gosh, he just has not been producing out there. I mean, of course, I really do like his defense, much better than Barrera's. Rangers Suarez 4 1/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned, right, because of the bad errors. 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. And you really want to see something. The Phillies surrendered 11 walks to the Diamondbacks. 11! We walked 11 hitters today, ladies and gentlemen. 11. I mean, that really just tells you something. So Rangers Suarez did not have it today. I mean, he just wasn't locating very well. As I said, he had that one good inning where he, stranded the guy at third. Of course, he had nobody out. He was able to get the job done. Other than that, I was not impressed with him at all. He just didn't have a good start this afternoon. Comes off the start. 7 strong innings, only allowing 2 earned. He has this really, really rough start this afternoon. Smack with lost, now 4-4 in the year. Nick Nelson inning in the third. 2 hits, 4 runs, all 4 were earned. 2 walks and 1 strikeout. He now climbs to 4-8-0. He had a rough day here this afternoon. Angel Bellotti, a third of an inning, walking 2. And Jose Alvarado, welcome back. An inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, and 2 walks. Get this guy out of here. Get his guy out of here. DFA, DFA, DFA. I just can't stand watching this guy. He drives me crazy, and I don't understand why in the world he was brought back. He just should have stayed in AAA. I just can't stand it. Just dump him for nothing at this point. I can't stand watching this guy pitch. I can't stand it. I don't care he can throw that fastball high velo. I don't care his slider can look good sometimes. I don't care. He can't locate any of it. He just can't. James Norwood, an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. ERA now sits at 8.31. So let's take a look. 8.31 ERA for Norwood, 8.36 ERA for Alvarado. This guy really should be designated for assignment. It is June 13th tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I don't understand why in the world Jose Alvarado is still on this team. I really just truly do not know. He really shouldn't be. Garrett Stubbs, who had the best line out of anybody coming out of his bullpen. I mean, seriously, this the one solo home run to Jake McCarthy. That was it. So maybe we should put Garrett Stubbs out there, and he does a better job than these guys. Isn't that pathetic? And I hate to really sound really as angry and upset after a 9-game winning streak, but this was just so bad. The way we lost this game was just so bad. I mean, the defense was just awful. Situational hitting was awful. And as I said, these are some things we even saw during the 9-game winning streak. We saw absolutely no fight today at this team. None. They didn't look like they were having fun at all. It was a lifeless performance. It looked like the pre-Rob Thompson Phillies. That's what it looked like. It looked like the pre-Rob Thompson Phillies. No knock to Joe Girardi or anything. So it would have been, if we had one today, it would have been 10 wins in a row. First time since 2010. So they failed to do that. But you know what? It is what it is. And that was still one heck of a run that the Phillies went on. So 7-5, the first pitch tomorrow night against Miami. Alcantara on the mound, and he has a 6-2 record, a 1.61 ERA going against Aaron Nola. 4-4, they 3.50 ERA. We have to at least win the series here. No excuse. No excuse. This is a bad Marlins team that honestly is having some clubhouse issues. So not really gelling together too well. Game 2, 7-5, Rogers 3-5 with a 5.8 ERA going against Zach Eflin, 2-4, they 3.76 ERA, 1-5 finale Wednesday. Lopez 4-2, they 2.30 ERA going against Kyle Gibson, 4-2, they 4.41 ERA. Win the series. I don't care. Win the series. And the Mets did win. Take the series against the Angels, but still, they have a 500 road trip. All right. Not anything great for them. They're 5-5 their last 10. Not anything great. They're just mediocre. They were going against some decent ball clubs out there, and they really didn't do that great of a job. This kind of proves the point. The Mets are not as good as everybody says they are, so they kind of ran into some tough teams. The Angels are not a good baseball team. They're just not. We swept them out last week. Of course, they split with the Dodgers. They barely even were able to do that. They get absolutely crushed by the San Diego Padres. They lose that series. They win the series against the really bad Los Angeles Angels, who have really been, really struggling, of course. You know what? It is what it is. Phillies have to worry about what they have to do. Of course, the Red Hot Braves, now 11 in a row. Of course, they were playing the Pittsburgh Pirates, but still, it's not easy to win that many games in a row. That is it. So, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you subscribe if you haven't yet, please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media, link in the description section, at Phillies Hat, Super Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, at Piazza Media. Card text 267-225-3292. Email me, PhilliesHatSuperMedia@gmail.com. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phils. I'll see you guys.